What's going on, guys? Today I'm back with another Hat format replay review for you guys. If you're interested in sending in your Hat format replays, you can go down to the video description and find all the information on how to go about sending those in. Anyways, the match I have for you today, we have NAWCQ, who is going to be on Geargia versus Necropants, who is going to be on Gladiator Beast. I'm not entirely sure if it's pure or if it's like how the decks around this time would play Glads if you were going to, which is usually with like Fire Fist and stuff. We will have to see. And this is a War League match, so it should be a very good one. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Here, it looks like NAWCQ is going to win the rock, paper, scissors and get to start this one out. Opening hands, we see Accelerator, Arsenal, Wiretap, Soul Charge, and Dark Hole. And on the other side, we see Liquori, Chalice, Bottomless, War Chariot, and Darius. I'll go over a lot of the Gladiator Beast stuff as it comes up, as a lot of them, like the first half of their effect is usually the same, where if it battles at the end of the battle phase, you're able to shuffle it back into the deck and summon another one, and then they have effects when summoned from other Gladiator Beasts. So again, we'll go over them as they come up. But anyways, NAWCQ will get to draw for turn here, getting a copy of Fiendish Chain. And so here they're going to start by summoning Arsenal using the effect and special summoning a copy of Armor. From here, they're going to use the effect to flip itself face down, my bad, and then set to back row. And then over to Necropants, who gets a copy of Compulse. From here, they're going to normal summon Liquori and set 4 back row and just go straight to end phase. Obviously, they don't want to give extra pluses to NAWCQ off of attacking into this armor. So anyways, here they do draw a copy of Breakthrough Skill, and they're going to flip up the armor. And here, Gladiator Beast War Chariot is going to be activated, which is a really cool counter trap card. It says when a monster effect is activated, while you control a Gladiator Beast monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Now, this might get met with that Wiretap, which it will, so it gets shuffled back in, and the armor is going to resolve, adding a copy of MK2 here. And then after that, they're going to special summon the copy of Accelerator, overlay into a copy of Geargia X, and that is going to be met with the Bottomless, and it doesn't look like they have a level 3 or lower Geargia, so no Geargiano MK2s or Geargianos engraved. So unfortunately, they won't be able to get any advantage out of that Geargia. But after that, they can normal summon, which they are going to go for the MK2, attempting to use the effect, but that is met with Chalice. And after that, Soul Charge is going to be able to activate, bringing back 3, it looks like, going for everything, the Arsenal, Armor, and Accelerator. After that, they're going to take a second to think. They're going to tribute off the Arsenal and go and summon a copy of Geargiano. And from here, they are going to use the Geargiano effect, tributing itself off to summon back the copy of Arsenal. And after that, they are thinking they're going to overlay into a Geargia X, and that gets met with the copy of Compulse. But now, obviously, they had that Geargiano in graveyard, so they will be able to summon it back out. And after this, they're going to overlay the Geargiano and Geargiano MK2 for a copy of Soul of Silver Mountain, just trying to wall up a little because Soul of Silver Mountain does have so much defense. And after that, the copy of Armor can flip itself back face down, setting the Breakthrough Skill, and over to Necropants, who gets a copy of Tenki. And here they're going to activate Tenki and get a copy of Bear. Okay, so they are on the Fire Fist stuff. The reason I didn't say anything right away on the Tenki is because obviously Liquori, for example, is a Beast Warrior, so you could always search Liquori off of the Tenki. But here, obviously, Bear is very good against Geargia, though, NAWCQ does have ways to just negate the Bear. Here they are going to summon the Bear, use the effect, attempting to pop the armor, but Breakthrough Skill is going to meet that. After that, overlaying for a copy of H.A.T, using the effect, and here the Fiendish Chain is activated, so it seems like, NAWCQ definitely had all of the answers here. And here it looks like just passing it over. Here they draw DD Crow, flipping up Armor, using the effect, getting a copy of Accelerator. After that, they're going to special summon the Accelerator, overlay for a copy of Geargia, use the effect detaching Armor, adding a copy of Arsenal. After that, summoning the Arsenal, going to battle phase, Geargia is going to run over the H.A.T and then push in for a lot of damage here. And, yep, just doing the damage there. Main phase 2, they are going to use the Arsenal, tributing it off to summon a Armor from deck, using the effects, setting it, the usual stuff. Over to Necropants, who gets a copy of Firehand. Okay, so it's like Gladiator Beast, Fire Fist hands, sort of, I guess. Or, maybe they're on just the bears. We'll have to see. Here, just setting the copy of Firehand and passing it over. Here, Anita Maxwin gets a copy of Accelerator, which is very good, flipping the armor. Adding a copy of MK2. This is going to be pretty close, Here, special summoning the copy of Accelerator, going into Dweller, so having very good hindsight there, obviously, as this is a hand, so this is probably just going to wrap it up here, which it is. So moving on into game number 2, Necropants will get to start this one out. Opening hands, we see Breakthrough Skill, Warning, Armor, Blackhorn, and Arsenal. And on the other side, we see Lance, Gorilla, Breakthrough Skill, Darius, and Bottomless. So they are playing other Fire Fist in this, which is a good thing to note. And here they do get to draw for turn, getting a copy of Bear, summoning the Bear, and setting 3 back row over to Anita Maxwin, who gets another copy of Breakthrough Skill here, which here they're setting the armor and setting 4 back row over to Necropants, who gets a copy of Warning. So this is going to be a slow, grindy game, obviously not attacking in. And back over to Anita, who gets a copy of Geargia Gear. Very good draw there, flipping up the armor, trying to go through some of this back row here. Obviously, Breakthrough Skill is going to meet that. They do have the Arsenal, which they're going to normal summon, but that does get met with the copy of Bottomless. After that, setting the Geargia Gear and going and passing turn. Not using the armor because it was negated off of the Breakthrough Skill, obviously. So yeah, it's just going to be a kind of a grindy game here. Necropants gets a copy of Proving Ground, which is just a Rhoda for Gladiator Beast monsters, going to battle phase and attacking into the armor, but it looks like on declaration, the Breakthrough Skill is going to be able to activate so that they aren't able to get a copy of Tenki or anything. Main phase 2, activating that Proving Ground, adding a copy of Likori. After that, they are going to summon the copy of Gorilla and just go to end phase, not using this as material or anything, not going for like a Tiger King or anything else. So really, playing it safe into this back row. Here, Anita is going to activate the Geargia Gear to get a copy of MK2 and Geargiano. And after that, drawing a copy of Mind Control for turn is very, very strong here, overlaying for a copy of Geargigan X, but that is going to meet the warning. After that, it looks like just setting the bluffed copy of Mind Control and passing it over. Here, Necropants gets a copy of Kaiser Coliseum, which, I've talked about this card. I think it's better in the side, so maybe it was sided in. I don't know if they're maining it. This is one of those decks that might be able to, in some cases, take advantage of it, but it still is just a very interesting card. Anyways, going to battle phase, attacking in with Bear, and another Breakthrough Skill is going to be able to activate, really trying to keep them off of those Tenkis and Fire Formation cards in general, and then attacking in with Gorilla. After that, main phase 2, they're going to take a second to think here. Normal summon the Likori, overlay for a copy of Tiger King, so here they are going for the Tiger King, but unfortunately, Anita does have that copy of Blackhorn, so being able to shut that down. After that, they will activate the copy of Kaiser Coliseum. And here Anita gets the out to the Kaiser if they really wanted it to, but they don't really have a lot of gas here. Anyways, Necropants is going to draw a copy of Compulse, go to battle phase, and just swing in. After that, setting another back row. In end phase, Anita is... It looked like they were thinking for a second, maybe thinking on MSTing the new set, but it looks like they're just going to draw, get a copy of Upstart Goblin, draw into a Fiendish Chain. So a lot of ways to stall out. Here, Necropants gets a copy of Kaiser Coliseum, so one is definitely dead here. Going to battle phase again, just trying to poke in. Fiendish Chain is going to meet that. Main phase 2, Darius is summoned, overlaying for a copy of Kagetsuchi. Maybe we'll see that warning, which we are going to see, but they're really going to need a draw here. Getting a copy of Wiretap, unfortunately, that's not going to do it. Necropants draws a copy of eQuest. They're going to summon it, and that is enough for Anita to scoop it up there, but here they will get to start this one out. Moving on into game number 3, opening hand, we see Arsenal, Upstart Goblin, Armor, Torrential, and Mermail. Interesting to see that, so I wonder if they sided these in, or if because it's a little bit more of a pure build, it's on the couple copies of Mermail that we occasionally from time to time see. On the other side, we are going to see Compulse, Bottomless, Darius, Bestiari, and Mermail. And here, it looks like Anita is going to draw a copy of Solemn Warning to start this one out. So far, it's been really cool to actually see the Gladiator Beast stuff, but obviously we haven't really get to see them tagging in and out, which hopefully in this game we will be able to see. But anyways, let's see how Anita Maxwin starts this one out. They are going to go to main phase, go Upstart Goblin, get a copy of Arsenal, After that, they are going to set the armor, set some back row, and pass it over to Necropants, who gets a copy of Chalice. They're going to summon the copy of Darius, set 3 back row, and go to end phase. Here, Anita Maxwin gets a copy of Max C, which is pretty solid here. And let's see if they play into anything here. They're going to normal summon Mermail, use the effect to add a copy of Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare, which is very strong here. After that, flipping up the armor. And it looks like they didn't use the effect there. Okay, so not trying to... Actually, I don't know what they'd be trying to play into a set there, because if anything, it would just bait like some form of back row, like probably like a breakthrough skill as we saw, or even if they were on something like Fiendish Chain or the Chalice as we saw. So kind of interesting that they just went no effect there, but okay, it doesn't really matter. Here they're going to overlay it for a copy of 101, probably just trying to get in and get over this Darius without any sort of problem, obviously because this will protect from a lot of battle tricks. But here, Compulse is going to activate, so, you know, it didn't really matter there. Here, setting the copy of Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare, and over to Necropants, who gets a copy of Equest. So, pretty solid here. Now they can normal summon the Bestiari, but Torrential is going to make, so, you know, just destroying those. Very unfortunate there. And it looks like that is just going to cause a pass turn. Here, Anita gets a copy of Soul Charge, so they're kind of set on, you know, monsters and stuff, summoning the Arsenal, but that does get met with the Bottomless. Now they can go for that Soul Charge, going for 2, bringing back Armor and Mermail. Mermail can obviously go after that back row, which Chalice is going to be chained, so at least they aren't able to reset this, but obviously they can always go for like a rank 4 or something. And let's see, they are going to overlay for another copy of 101 here, or I guess the same copy since it was compulsed, over to Necropants, who draws a copy of Firehand. Very unfortunate, you know, that obviously the 101 was here, because even if they summon it and go to attack in, the 101 can protect itself, and so it won't be able to float here. So here they're just going to set 1 over to Anita, who gets a copy of Dark Hole, which they can just fire off and protect the 101 here, summoning the copy of Arsenal, going to battle phase and swinging in with both. And, yep, they made sure to catch the extra 200 off the Arsenal effect. Main phase 2, tributing it off to summon an Armor. Armor is going to set itself. And here, Necropants draws into a copy of Wolfbark. Okay, interesting. What was their back row again? It was Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare, and Warning. So it's not really looking good here. Here, summoning the copy of Firehand, attacking in, probably hoping to be able to pop this copy of Armor here, which they are, but that is going to meet the warning. Very unfortunate there. Going to end phase, Accelerator is drawn, and this is probably just the end of the game here. Armor is going to search another Accelerator special summon, here going for Geargia X. Geargia can then go and search a copy of Arsenal, or maybe they took it from Graveyard there, which is also completely fine. Summoning the copy of Arsenal, going to battle phase, and attacking in. And that is enough for Anita Maxwin to actually take this one. Honestly, it was an alright match. A little unfortunate we couldn't see more from Necropants here on the Gladiator Beast deck, as it is a really cool deck when it can go off. We didn't really get to see any of the tagging in or out. It was more so just playing with back row and stuff. So a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully in the future I can get more Gladiator Beast gameplay for you guys. And anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it, comment any questions or videos you want to see in the future, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified anytime I put a new video out, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to go down to the video description to find out how you can send in your hat format replays, whether you won or lost. If you thought the deck you were playing or your opponent was playing was pretty cool, definitely send it in. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see it. And anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video.